breath.
Principle number 1, to be creative is to be yourself. Being cool is easy. You don't need any fancy skills or programs. You need to do what you like and do it by any means possible. The experience and the skills and all that stuff you're looking for comes with time, bro. You just gotta start somewhere. Some people start out with a software. Some people have access to that. Or some people start out beatboxing on the bus. That was me in 6th grade.
Wait, what about I want some coconut butter.
I almost feel like I lacked a necessary introduction. My name's Hayasua, or I go by Hi, or Young Hi, whichever works for you, for real. I'm not really good at the whole tutorial thing. I'm gonna just treat this more like a conversation, I guess. Just me and you. We're just talking right now. I'm fully authentic and I'm myself all the time. Can't not be. And it shows in my art. A lot of the time I just be chilling and recording my day to day. I like the fact that I can use moments from my everyday life and include in my artistic expression. Whether it be bars about eating Cookie Crisp and watching cable TV, or small clips of me in Little Tokyo just walking around, or even doing push-ups just in the crib. All of it's art, all of it's art. A lot of people, if you're a writer, a lot of people have the issue of, well, I don't know what to write about, I don't know what to talk about. And I had that same issue for a long time. But really the solution to it is you just have to live. You have to go out and experience things. You have to talk about your experiences, talk about your perspectives. Be you. When you walk in to make a beat or go on the mic or create a design, you're putting a part of yourself within that. And by doing that, that's how you create your aesthetic. Because really, you are already your aesthetic. You're you. You don't need to be something special. You don't need to be something flashy. You don't need to be anything but yourself. You can't force true art, because true art is natural. You can see it when you walk outside of your house and look at a tree. A tree is as much as art as this video I'm making right now, or this music playing in the background, or the birds chirping outside. And once you realize that, you can realize that art takes place everywhere around you. It doesn't need to be some fake thing that you go on a stage and perform. Another big thing is finding the purpose in your art. Finding purpose in your art branches off into two different things. One, you need to have a purpose for your art for yourself, and then you need to have a purpose for your art for others. So having a purpose for your art for yourself goes back to what I was saying about you gotta do what you like to do. You gotta love what you're putting out. Is the art that you're making, is it representative of the person that you see yourself as? Is it representative of the messages that you want to push onto the youth or onto people who are watching you? Is it reminiscent of things that you genuinely enjoy, or are you just doing it to look cool? Whether you do the same thing as somebody else or not, do it because you really like it, and that's really your swag. Not because somebody else is also doing it and they're just doing it, and now you think it's cool because they're doing it. It's very common for people to have the same exact style or styles that are very reminiscent of each other, because styles are born from perspectives and opinions. well, my opinion about this is that this is cool, and my opinion about this is that this is lame. Well, a lot of people will share your opinions, and a lot of people won't share your opinions. So I don't think it's really fair to call somebody a copycat just because they have the same aesthetic as somebody else. But it's more about the intention of what you're doing with your art. It all boils down to intention. What is your thought process when creating something new? Being unapologetically yourself within your art is what is going to take you to the next step. Nobody wants to see somebody just do something that everybody else is doing in the same way or worse or better or whatever. What people really want from artists is how can they do something that nobody else is really doing, and how can they do it to the point where it's so them that nobody else at all can do it like that. An artist's image is much more than just an image. It's more of a window, actually. Your image is a window into the kind of person you are, the kind of things that you like, and the kind of things that you represent. I see my art as an extension of myself. You know, it's the same thing as talking for me, or the same thing as thinking. You know, I live and breathe art. And the last and final thing is that nothing you do will improve without the factor of time. And not just time passing, but specifically the time you put into it. If you really enjoy what you do, you're going to do it. And if you're not going to do it, well, that means that you really just don't want to do it. You know? So you have to make that decision for yourself about what you want to do. And in order to build that dream image or that dream aesthetic, or however you want to be as an artist, nothing will bring that to light more than the amount of time that you put into it. And I don't mean just watching a bunch of videos on how to do things, like actually sitting down and doing it. For all my beat makers out there, does anybody know that time when you opened up your DAW for the first time and it feels like you're trying to learn how to fly a rocket into outer space? Yeah, you need to do that. You need to do that. You need to learn how to fly that rocket, or else you're never gonna take off. In doing that, you also are able to develop your own style. You know, you're not just looking up, how do I make this type beat? Or how do I rap like this guy? You just learn how to do it your own. And then whatever sounds good to you is what comes out of it. Like I said before, you make art just to make art. You don't make art to be cool or make art for any other superficial reason other than the fact that you love it. So, as the text spelled out in the beginning of the video, I leave you with this question. Who are you?
Sorry.